Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's yoga lessons. So it's now 1:30 and we will make a start. So those of you that joined us on Tuesday will recognise this site behind me. We are sticking with the theme of Wheel of Fortune with our yoga this week, from which we've taken inspiration from the wonderful Joe Wicks and his PE sessions on YouTube, which my children in particular have been enjoying over recent weeks. We've updated the wheel a little bit compared to Tuesday, just to put in some different breath work and some different poses for those of you that have done the session before. So there will be a different feel to the lesson, and obviously I've swapped my glamorous assistant for a slightly less glamorous one today. But he's still cute all the same, I think you'll probably agree. So we're going to begin by finding ourselves a comfortable seated position. So if you have your yoga mat, have that laid out ready, or perhaps if you don't have one, don't worry, just make yourself a bit of space to be able to join in. Most importantly, make sure you've removed your socks so that you're not slipping on the floor, the carpet, the mat, whatever it might be. And the only other thing you might need to hand is a blanket and maybe a cuddly toy to snuggle with in relaxation at the end of the session. So assuming you have everything you need, let's go and find ourselves a comfortable seated position to begin. So that might be on your bottom or perched up on your knees. Really rooting down into the ground and then growing tall through the crown of the head. We'll take 3 deep breaths with the chime together to settle into our yoga space. Lovely. So we're going to do a little bit more warming up of the body before we get started today to make sure that we're prepared for all the variety of poses we have on the wheel. So we're going to start sitting nice and tall through the crown of the head, beginning to shrug out the shoulders, drawing them up to the ears and rolling them all the way back and down. Lovely. Twice more round. Nice, slow, steady movements. Super. So then we're going to begin to circle from the hips, so the other ball and socket joint in the body, drawing circles with the body. You can keep these quite small or maybe increase the size of them. You can move really slow like a snail, or perhaps a little bit quicker if that feels good in your body. Now beginning to send your circles back the other way. So still working into the hips, but just moving them the opposite way round this time. Fantastic. So bring yourself back to a pause in the center, and then stretch those legs out nice and long in front of you. We're going to hug in one knee towards the chest, give it a little squeeze, and then stretch it back out long. Hugging in the opposite knee, placing the leg back down. Bringing the first knee back into the chest, stretch it out, and then that second one once more, bring it in, placing it down. Then allow your feet to begin to swish from side to side, just like windscreen wipers as you work into the ankles. Lovely. And then keeping one leg down on the floor, maybe the right one if you know which one that is. We're going to pick up the left leg, holding on to the knee and the foot, and beginning to gently sway that leg from side to side. A little exercise we call rock the baby. Really warming up and exercising into those hips. Lovely. Place that leg back down. And then pick up the other leg. This time hold the foot and the knee. beginning to sway from side to side. Wonderful. So place the leg back down, come over onto your hands and knees, onto all fours. So you've got the hands beneath the shoulders and the knees beneath the hips. So begin to work into the back of the body with some trapped hands. As you let your belly lower down, lift the head and chest forward. And then pushing away the ground as you round the back. Flow forwards and through, looking forwards. Push the ground away, rounding the back. Once more, maybe breathe in as you float forwards. And breathe out as you round the back. Coming back so you've got a nice flat back, just like a table. Tuck those toes underneath and then lift your hips up towards the sky in downward facing dog. If you wish, you could bend one knee and then the other knee as you walk out that dog on the spot, beginning to stretch out the backs of the legs. Then either walking or hopping your feet to meet the hands. Dangle the body down like a rag doll. You can bend your knees here to let you hang a little lower. And then roll yourself all the way up to standing. Heading to the very front of your mat or practice space. We'll do a couple of rounds of sun salutations. And using the theme from last week when we were looking at VE Day Yoga, we're going to be working with those sergeant sun salutations. So I will call out what's going the next instruction. Then you will call it back to me. Sadly, I can't hear you, but you can still make that noise calling out the poses, and then we'll come into each one together. Hopefully my little helper here is going to do some calling back of the poses for me. So come to stand nice and tall. Bring those hands in front of your heart, and we'll start by taking a big breath in through the nose and out. Arms up.
Arms up.
Fold down.
Fold down.
Left leg back.
Left leg back.
Right leg back.
Right leg back.
Knees down.
Knees down.
Body down.
Body down.
Roll the shoulders.
Roll the shoulders.
Looking up.
Looking up.
Dog.
Downward dog.
Pausing here.
Pausing here.
Left foot forward.
Left foot forward.
Right foot forward.
Right foot forward.
Reaching up.
Reaching up.
Hands to the heart.
Hands to the heart.
Great job, guys. Pause here. Take a big breath in and out. We'll go again. Reaching up.
Reaching up.
Folding down.
Folding down.
Right leg back.
Right leg back.
Left leg back.
Left leg back.
Knees down.
Knees down.
Body down.
Body down.
Roll the shoulders.
Roll your shoulders.
Looking up.
Looking up.
Downward dog.
Downward dog.
Pausing here.
Pausing here.
Right foot forward.
Right foot forward.
Left foot forward.
Left foot forward.
Reach up high.
Reach up high.
Hands to the heart.
Hands to the heart.
One more big breath here. Breathing down to your belly. And breathing out. Excellent. So now we're all nice and warm. We're ready to start thinking about spinning the wheel. So we've got a few poses that we had from the previous session for Key Stage 1. And we've also got a selection of new poses and breath work too. So I'm hoping that my helper's going to want to spin the wheel for me, and I'm sure he does. He's been waiting to do this all day. Okay, so give it a nice big spin and we'll see what we get first. Well, that was a really big spin. At least you're getting a good breath here, catching your breath. Ready to do bridge pose. So for this one, you get to come and lay all the way down on your back. And then bend your knees. Bring the bottoms, so soles of the feet, to the floor. About about the same width apart as your hips are. Rest those arms alongside your body, the palms facing down. We're going to try and move with our breath here. So as you take a big breath in, push into your feet and float your tummy up towards the sky. See if you can hold it here as you take a couple more breaths. Keep those legs squeezing towards each other as if you were holding a big hook between your thighs. Opening and stretching through the front of the body. Next time you breathe out, slowly roll all the way back down to the floor. Give your knees a squeeze in and rock yourself back up to sitting. Well done. So I'm going to have a go at spinning the wheel this time. That was a bit feeble, wasn't it? Let's see where it's taking us. Straight back to bridge. I don't think so. Let's spin again. No way. I think it must be broken. Let's do a bigger spin. This doesn't normally happen.
You didn't have it.
We didn't even have bridge on Tuesday, no. So we've got ourselves a big, strong warrior too. So you're going to need to hop all the way up to your feet now. So a bit of harder work after that sitting down rescue doing. So you're going to do this on both sides. So it doesn't matter if you're not sure about your rights and lefts. So we're going to stand nice and tall. And you're going to take a step forward with one foot. You're going to bend the knee on that foot, making sure it stays directly above your ankle. Then you're going to turn your back foot sideways, so at a 90-degree angle, like the corner of a square. Then float your arms up nice and high. Soften those shoulders. As you imagine you're a brave, strong warrior, look over your middle finger on that front hand. Take a big breath in and out. Let your arms rest down for a moment. And simply turn your feet so you're facing the other way. Bending that opposite leg this time. Before you float the arms back up, soften your shoulders down, just here, lower them down. Then looking out over that bent knee where that arm is. Take a big breath in and out. Wonderful. Okay, so it's your turn to spin the wheel. Hopefully we'll get something different this time. Yes, it's different. We are on downward facing dog. So one of our key poses to help him build lots of strength in the arms and the belly and the legs. So come all the way onto all fours to begin with. Just as we did the cat-cow, place those hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. And we're going to tuck all 10 toes underneath. Press into the pads of your fingers where those fingernails are. And then lift your hips up towards the sky. So you can keep your knees a little bent here, particularly if you play lots of sports and those hamstrings in the back of your thighs feel a little bit tight here. Keep the balance of weight between the hands and the feet. Take a big breath into your belly and a big breath out. Gently lower your knees down. You can pause here on your knees while we spin the wheel to see what's coming up next. And we have got an aeroplane. So we're going to need to test our balance skills here. These light blue ones are our balance poses. So all the way up onto your feet. So again, because it's not symmetrical, we're going to do this pose on both sides. So you can pick which leg you want to stand on first. So standing nice and tall, choose the foot you're going to stand on and just pick up the toes, spread them out and place that foot firmly back down on the floor. Come onto the toes of that other foot, bringing out your aeroplane wings to begin. So those arms are coming out at shoulder height. Spread your fingers. Very slowly begin to tip the body forwards. Keep the head down to the toes in a straight line. Just coming in as far as feels good. See if you can stay still and take a breath in and out. Then pop that back foot down and just give those arms and legs a good little shake out. So we come in and do it the same on the other side, and just notice how different it feels on one leg to the other. So really root down that other foot, pick up the toes, spread them out. Bring your wings out wide so your aeroplane can fly. Coming onto the toes of the leg that's lifting. Then trying to keep the body as straight as you can. Begin to gently lean forwards, maybe just a little. Maybe you can come all the way down like a letter T. Wherever you are, just careful of that balance as you take a breath in and out. Pop that back foot down and give everything a good old shake. It's quite a tough one, that, isn't it? Your aeroplane didn't fly so high today, but still a good effort and really good to practice those balance poses. Building strength in the standing leg and helping to focus these busy brains in here. Okay, who spun that one?
Yeah.
Okay, did I? You can spin anyway, go for it. So the next thing we are going to have a practice at, or not an aeroplane again straight away. What is with this wheel today, guys? Yes, a mystery prize. So for this one, I have a selection of other poses and breaths that aren't in our wheel today. Maybe some of them are. So we're going to shuffle these up. I'm going to let my glamorous, or not so glamorous, assistant choose one of the cards. Oh, not that one. That's not supposed to be in that. Oh dear. Right. What do we got?
Shark.
Shark. Can you show the people at home the shark? Okay, so for this one, we're going to need to come and lay all the way on our bellies. So I hope you didn't have too much lunch today. So come and find a comfortable spot to lay on your tummy. Then bring the arms down next to your body. Let your head rest down on the floor. Then we're going to roll our shoulders and begin to pick our head and chest a little bit up from the ground. Reach back through your fingers. You can either stay here or see if you can try picking up your toes and your knees, reaching back through your feet at the same time. Staying like this, or you can even bring your hands together behind your back to try and make a little shark fin. One more breath, there's lots of work in the body here. And then flop down to the floor and let everything rest for a minute. Wonderful, coming all the way up. That's a great pose for making the spine and the back really strong. Little massage for the tummy on the floor. And a really good stretch for the arms and legs too. So, let's throw our shark away.
I like shark.
And we have got a really key pose of yoga, mountain pose. And this is much more than just standing up. We're going to build it up bit by bit from the ground. And just notice how you can feel all the muscles in the body starting to work. So hop up onto your feet. You can keep the feet really close together if you like, but I prefer to have mine about the same width as my hip bones. So start by picking up the toes, spread them out as much as you can, and then place them back down. Really push down into the earth with your feet as your legs begin to grow strong. Grow taller through your body. Imagine a thread in your head and your heart lifting you up towards the sky. Then with these shoulders, give them a big shrug, take them up to the ears, drop them all the way back down. Turn those palms to face forward and spread out the fingers really wide, as if you were a tall, majestic mountain. Feel the breeze and the air passing between your fingers. Take a big breath of that fresh mountain air. And let it all go. Fantastic. Really strong in that pose. Really good at keeping the back nice and straight too. Okay, so help us spin that wheel. And we have got a rock pose. Fantastic. This really is one of my favourite yoga poses, and it's your favourite too, isn't it? Yeah. So this is a great one for feeling safe and calm, and if your mind's really busy or you're a bit tired but you can't sleep, perfect pose to come into. So Lachlan was very keen. He's already showing you this pose. So we're coming on to our knees. You can keep the knees together, or you might like to have them just a little bit apart so you can soften into that gap. Let your bottom slide down towards the heels on your feet. And then curl your body up, just like a rock or a pebble on the ground. You can either use the hands to make a pillow for your head, or if your head's quite happy to come down to the ground, you can tuck those arms back alongside your legs, maybe even holding on to your ankles. So you pause here, take a big breath in, feel the ribs get bigger. A big breath out, soften down. And again, one more big breath. Lovely, bring your hands under your shoulders. Slowly roll yourself back up tall. So it must be my turn to spin the wheel now. So we have downward dog. So we want to do it again because it's not two in a row and it's a really good pose for building that strength. And it's good to make sure that you get your alignment correct here to keep your body nice and safe and comfortable. So as you put those hands under your shoulders, have a little look. Make sure you've got a straight line running across in front of your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Push into those finger pads where the fingernails are. Tuck those toes and then lift those hips up high towards the ceiling. Imagine that you've got a little string in the base of your back and it's lifting your hips up towards the sky. Take a big breath in and out. Lower those knees back down. Fantastic. So the longer you can hold that pose as you practice it over time, the more strength you can start to build in those arms, legs and tummy. Go on, give it a big old spin. You can tell me what the pose is, I'm not going to look.
Cobra.
Cobra, okay. So we're coming down onto our tummy again, but for a slightly different pose to our shark. So we're moving into the snake world rather than the shark. So come all the way down to lay on your tummy. And then you'll have your hands with your palms and finger pads facing down. Just walk them down next to your low ribs. So they're partway between your tummy and your chest. See if you can hug those elbows in nice and tight towards your body. And as you push down into the base of your hands, roll your shoulders, lift your chest forwards and up, just as far as feels comfortable. Take a big breath in and out. And soften all the way back down. Then bring yourself up to your knees or to seated for a moment while we spin the wheel again. So Cobra is great for building those muscles in the back of your body, really strengthening the back, giving you space across your shoulders. Mountain. Do we want to do mountain again or should we give it a spin? Give it a spin, go on. Oh, is it me? Why is it me that's spinning all the bubble poses today? Oh, a mystery prize. So, let me find my little pile of cards. And I will ask my assistant, we've already done shark pose, so we're going to leave that one out. We'll ask my assistant to choose one at random without looking. So we have chosen cat pose. So this one's a bit of a fluid pose, like we did with our cat-cow earlier. So move it out the way of the camera, sweetheart, pop it down on the floor. So coming on to your hands and knees, we might even bring some sound effects in here so you've got a chance to make a bit more noise, okay? So start with a nice flat back. Then you're going to lower your belly, bring your head and chest to look forward. As you arch around the back, you can do so with a big meow like an angry cat. Meow. Let your body float all the way forwards, belly down, head and chest. Round the back with a big meow. Meow. Once more, forwards. Let it out with a meow. Meow. Lovely, but we've got time for one more spin before we start our cool down and relaxation. So make it a good one. Okay. Oh, river. So it's a really good one for helping us cool and calm down, actually. And don't worry, because we're going to pick one of the breath exercises to do straight after. So come to sit on your bottom. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Bring your hands to rest on top of your thighs, your knees, wherever they comfortably land. As you sit really, really tall, breathe in nice and deeply. As you breathe out, just slowly and gently start to fold the body forward. So it may not come very far at all. It might fold all the way down so that your face is almost touching your legs. It really doesn't matter where the body is. Just take a big breath in and out. Bring yourself back up to sitting. So we take a nice breath to just let go of any energy or frustration we might have in the body. So come up onto your knees. And just sit back on your heels. And let those hands rest on top of the legs. So we're going to take 3 rounds of a lion breath, really letting out the sound, big, big exhales. Let go of all that energy, anything that's made you cross or anxious today, just let it all out and then we'll come down for a nice calm relaxation. Okay, so we're going to take a big breath in through the nose. We're going to start by roaring like daddy lions. We're talking really loud, top of your voice, roar as much as you can. Let's take a big breath in. Lovely. This time mummy lion, so not quite as loud. Big breath in all the same. Lovely. This time we're being baby lion, so just a cool, calm lion's roar, just like a whisper. Breathe it in deeply. And now that lion's feeling a little bit sleepy. Take a big breath in as you reach your arms up high. Breathing out with a yawn. And allow your body to roll down onto one side. And coming over onto your back. Give those knees a nice hug in towards your body. Take a little rock from side to side. Just giving the back a massage against the floor. As you pause in stillness when you get to the middle. Stretch your legs up high towards the clouds. Then let them float all the way down to the ground. Have a good fidget and a wriggle to find a comfortable place to lay on your back. If you have a blanket and you'd like to use it, just pop that over you now. Grab your cuddly toy and let yourself settle into a place of stillness. Allow the eyes to gently close. As you imagine laying on a soft, comfortable surface in your favourite outdoor place. It could simply be your back garden, or perhaps it's a forest or beach far away. But bring that place to mind, imagining that you're laying down, noticing the sounds you might hear around you. Maybe there's sounds of water, leaves rustling, or birds singing. Just notice what you would hear at your favourite outdoor space. You notice it's a warm, sunny day. You feel the heat of the sun resting down onto your body. As you look up towards the blue sky, there are a few white, wispy clouds above you. As the breeze gently blows, the clouds drift across the sky, watching them change shape, noticing if they make any patterns, perhaps animals or items you may recognize. As you lay still a few moments longer, watching those clouds against the bright blue sky. Beginning to gently wriggle your fingers and your toes. As you slowly guide yourself up and find a comfortable seated position, rooting down to the earth beneath you, as your head floats up towards that bright blue sky. Rest your hands on your legs as we take 3 deep breaths together to close our practice. As you bring your hands together in front of your heart, and we bow to the goodness inside one another. Namaste.
Namaste.
So thank you very much for joining us this afternoon for our Wheel of Fortune yoga practice. I do hope that you had as much fun as we did, and we look forward to seeing you again soon for more yoga-based fun. So we're back here on Tuesday and Thursday next week at 1:30 for Key Stage 1 yoga on Tuesday and Key Stage 2 yoga on Thursday, although of course all ages are welcome to join in both classes. And we also have our Children's Yoga Club hosted on Zoom on Wednesday afternoons at 3:45. So please feel free to book yourselves on and join us for that one. I'll pop a booking link in the comments below, and we hope to see you one day next week for more children's yoga. But from me and from him, it's bye-bye for now, and from Fluffy, of course. We'll see you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.